Welcome back to Distortions of Normality, where we dive into the shadows of the unexplained, the paranormal whispers that haunt our world, the missing who vanish without a trace, and the mysteries that defy solution. Tonight, we're venturing into the murky depths of South Carolina's Scape or swamp. Imagine this. It's the dead of night. You're alone on a desolate road surrounded by ancient cypress trees dripping with Spanish moss. The air is thick with humidity and the croaks of unseen creatures. Suddenly, something emerges from the darkness. Not an alligator, not a bear, but a towering reptilian humanoid with glowing red eyes, scales glistening under the moonlight. It charges at you, claws slashing, leaving marks that no known animal could make. This isn't a Hollywood horror flick. This is the legend of the lizard man of Scape or swamp, a cryptid that terrorized a small town in 1988 and continues to spark debate today. Is it a surviving dinosaur, an extraterrestrial visitor, or something far more sinister? Stick around as we unravel the sightings, the evidence, the wild theories, and the cold hard facts. By the end, you might question what's lurking in your own backyard. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more distortions of reality. Let's dive in. To understand the lizard man, we must first understand his domain. Scape or swamp, a 2,000-acre labyrinth of murky waters and dense foliage in Lee County, South Carolina. Named after the Scape or river that feeds it, this swamp has long been a place of folklore and fear. Local Native American tribes, including the Catawba and Cherokee, spoke of water spirits and shape-shifting beings that guarded the wetlands. Entities that could take on animal forms to protect their territory. But the modern legend begins in the summer of 1988, a time when Bishopville was a quiet rural town of about 3,000 souls. The economy revolved around cotton mills and farming, and life moved at a slow southern pace. That all changed on June 29th when 17-year-old Christopher Davis had an encounter that would etch his name into cryptid history. Davis was driving home from his night shift at a local fast food joint around 2 a.m. His car got a flat tire on a back road near the swamp. As he jacked up the vehicle to change it, he heard a strange thumping sound, like heavy footsteps approaching fast. Turning around, he saw it, a 7-foot-tall bipedal creature sprinting toward him on 2 legs. It had wet, green, scaly skin, long arms ending in 3-fingered claws, and piercing red eyes that glowed like embers in the dark. Panicking, Davis jumped into his car and sped off, but the beast wasn't done. It leaped onto the roof, clinging with its claws as Davis swerved wildly. He heard scratching and banging overhead before the creature finally fell off. When Davis reported this to the Lee County Sheriff's Office the next day, deputies found deep gouges on his car. Scratches that looked like they were made by something with immense strength. Davis's story exploded in the local media, but he wasn't the only one. Just days earlier, on June 28th, a couple reported seeing a brown lizard-like creature crossing the road near the swamp. And in the weeks that followed, the sightings multiplied. What started as a single terrifying encounter snowballed into a phenomenon dubbed lizard mania. By July, reports flooded in from all over Lee County. Construction workers claimed the creature chased them off job sites. Families found their cars mauled overnight, hoods dented, fenders bitten through as if by massive jaws. One family, the Elmores, woke to find their vehicle covered in slime and deep bite marks that pierced the metal. Footprints were discovered everywhere, 14-inch long three-toed impressions with claw marks pressed deep into the mud. The FBI even analyzed plaster casts but deemed them inconclusive, not matching any known animal. Sheriff Liston Truesdale, a no-nonsense lawman, took the report seriously. He organized search parties, armed with shotguns and flashlights, combing the swamp. But the lizard man always eluded them. The media descended like vultures. National outlets like ABC News and Unsolved Mysteries covered the story. Tourists flocked to Bishopville, buying lizard man souvenirs. T-shirts, bumper stickers, even a local radio station offered a $1 million reward for the creature alive. For a brief summer, this sleepy town became the epicenter of the unexplained. But the sightings weren't limited to 1988. In the early 1990s, hunters reported glimpses of a scaly figure slinking through the underbrush. In 2004, a group of deer hunters claimed it charged their camp. Then, in 2011, a man named Leon Marshall photographed what he called strange tracks near the swamp. And in 2015, a woman named Sarah captured blurry cell phone footage of a dark, humanoid shape emerging from the water, footage that went viral, reigniting the legend. What if this wasn't just a one-off frenzy? What if something ancient, something primordial had awakened in Scape or Swamp? Let's examine the tangible evidence. The footprints are perhaps the most compelling. Measured at 14 inches long and 7 inches wide, with 3 toes and no heel print, they suggest a bipedal creature unlike any North American wildlife. Cryptozoologists like Lauren Coleman have compared them to dinosaur tracks, noting the depth indicated a weight of over 400 pounds. The car damages are equally bizarre. Forensic experts at the time noted the scratches weren't consistent with tools or known animals. Too deep for a bear, too precise for an alligator. Slime residues tested inconclusive, but some speculated it could be a natural secretion from an amphibious being. Eyewitness testimonies align remarkably. Glowing red eyes, scaly green skin, superhuman speed and strength. Christopher Davis passed a polygraph test administered by a private investigator, swearing his story was true. Sheriff Truesdale, who knew Davis personally, believed him, saying, "The boy was scared to death, but evidence alone doesn't prove existence. It invites speculation, and oh, do we have some wild theories ahead." Now let's venture into the realm of the far out. What if the lizard man isn't a mere animal, but a relic from prehistoric times? South Carolina's swamps are teeming with alligators, descendants of ancient reptiles. Could this be a surviving theropod dinosaur, like a mini T-Rex, adapted to the wetlands? Fossils from the region show similar creatures roamed here millions of years ago. What if one evolved, went underground, and resurfaces during floods or seismic activity? Or push it further, what if it's an extraterrestrial? UFO sightings spiked in Lee County around 1988. Some theorists link it to alien hybrids, reptilian humanoids from David Icke's conspiracy lore, shapeshifters infiltrating society. Imagine an alien scout crash-landed in the swamp, adapting to Earth by mimicking local fauna. Those glowing eyes, bioluminescent tech, the speed, anti-gravity implants. Even wilder, what if Scape or Swamp is a portal to another dimension? Ley lines converge in the area, and quantum physicists speculate about multiverse bleed-throughs. The lizard man could be an interdimensional traveler slipping in during electromagnetic storms, or perhaps a government experiment gone wrong, a mutant created at nearby Shaw Air Force Base, exposed to chemicals or radiation, turning a soldier into a reptilian abomination. And let's not forget ancient curses, native legends of Inzignanin, a lizard spirit punishing intruders. What if disturbing the swamp awakened a guardian entity, a paranormal force manifesting as this creature? These what-ifs stretch the imagination, but in the world of the unexplained, anything's possible. As intriguing as these theories are, let's ground ourselves in reality. Skeptics point to classic cryptid pitfalls, misidentification and mass hysteria. Bears standing on hind legs can appear humanoid, especially at night. Alligators, common in the swamp, have three-toed feet and can leave similar tracks, wet fur or scales in moonlight, easy to mistake for something monstrous. Christopher Davis's story, while compelling, has inconsistencies. Some say he embellished for attention, though he passed that polygraph. The car damages could be from vandalism or animals like wild boars. That 2015 photo, analyzed as a costumed hoaxer, the creature looks suspiciously like a person in a ghillie suit. Hoaxes abound. In 1988, an airman from Shaw Air Force Base claimed he shot the lizard man, but later admitted fabricating it with a fake body. Media hype fueled copycats, turning a possible bear sighting into a town-wide panic. Environmental factors. The swamp's methane gases can cause hallucinations, and summer heat waves might amplify fears. Cryptozoologist Joe Nickell investigated and concluded it's folklore amplified by suggestion. No hard proof like DNA or a body. In a world of trail cams and smartphones, why no clear footage? Reality suggests the lizard man is more myth than monster. Yet we can't entirely write off the lizard man. The consistency of eyewitness descriptions over decades defies easy dismissal. Those footprints, never fully explained by experts, and sightings continue, as recent as 2015, with whispers of more unreported encounters. Swamps like Scape are vast, unexplored. New species are discovered yearly. What if something unknown lurks there? In our channel Spirit, the unexplained thrives on possibility. Missing persons cases in nearby areas. Could they connect? Paranormal hotspots often overlap. Until proven otherwise, the lizard man reminds us, normality is distorted by what we don't know. Thanks for joining this deep dive into the lizard man of Scape or Swamp. What do you think? Real creature, hoax, or something in between? Drop your theories in the comments, like if you're intrigued, and subscribe for more unexplained mysteries. Check out our episodes on missing persons in national parks or unsolved paranormal cases. Until next time, keep questioning the normal, because the truth might be scaly. Stay distorted.